Hi everyone, it's Terry with Early Girls Yarn. Thanks for coming back and joining. So what I wanted to share today, and I'm sure I'll be speeding this part of the video up, I am starting my prep work for the Ninilchik Swoncho by Boylan Knitworks, Caitlin Hunter. So there's a group of us doing this with sprinkled fibers, and I wanted to share how I am going to lazy swatch. This is not for gauge. This is just to see how my palette works and what order I might want to do them in. So the pattern actually calls for just 3 coordinating colors, but I love my sprinkle fibers, yarn, and colors so much, I did 4. So I'm going to have to do it a little differently than how Caitlin has it laid out. So I'm going to play around and try and figure out what my order is. And then my plan is, let's see, on this picture, this is the last picture. My plan is to write my order down with the colors I want so I can remember it later. So that's what I'm going to be working on now. As I said, I'm sure I'll be fast forwarding through a chunk of this, but let's get going. So I have just a regular roll from a paper towel. I'm going to cut just one slit at the top. No rhyme or reason. I think it's like maybe 1.5 inches or 2 inches long. And then I'm just going to kind of thread my yarn, all 5 of them, through the top. Now I am doing this in such a way that I should not have to cut anything. I will not be wasting any yarn. I will be able to reuse all of these pretty yarns in the actual pattern. Okay, so this cool, fun blue sparkle is my main color. So I'm going to start, and I'm just going to wind, and I'm going to wind right over the back of my other colors so that they all kind of trail down. And then when I need to use a new color, it'll just pop right up. So I'm going to do quite a bit of this blue color because that's the main color, and that's how the shawl starts. Sweater, the Swoncho, starts. Okay. I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, I'm going to pause a minute and show you kind of what I'm thinking. So here's my pattern so far of my yarn. So I start with my light color. I added purple, then I did a green, yellow, green, purple again. That was a 1 pattern sequence. Then the blue again, main color. And then these will be chevrons, the pink, green, purple, yellow, then a little bit more of the blue. And I was going to go pink, but then I'm kind of stuck. So I'm like, oh, I don't want to repeat pink, green again. That was kind of what I was thinking. Pink, purple, it's too similar in colors for me. It's not enough contrast. So I'm going to switch out that purple, pink, and put the purple in and see what I think about that. So I'll be back to show you that part. But that's why just laying it out like this lets me really see the colors and how they're working together and what the contrast is before I'm knitting whole rounds. So let me take that pink back and see what we think about the purple. So there's the purple. I'm still not loving that. It's too much purple right there in the middle. So now I'm going to try green. We're going to just keep trying and see until we get what we like. Okay, so here is kind of pattern order, what those colors would look like. And I think I'm liking this. So I've got my yellow here, and then more heavily at the bottom. I was a little worried I wasn't seeing enough of that yellow, but looking at it right now, I'm thinking I like it. The green is pretty evenly dispersed, which I like. I've got my pops of bright pink and my purple. And I like that I have a little bit of blue, the main color, working its way just ever so slightly down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and put my colors here. I'm going to match them up and kind of write in, like draw arrows and write in what color order I've got. And that's what I'm going with. Now, I can always change my mind. I can always change the order. It just gives me a nice frame of reference to start. So I'm going to stop recording, snap a picture, get everything written down, and I will post this. Not as long as it took. So just so you know, I'm going to speed a ton up. It took me 22 minutes to figure this out, which I'd rather spend the time now playing with color than ripping out whole sections because I don't like how it looks. Now, could that still happen? It sure could, but I think this gives me a good indication of how that would kind of lay out and look, and helps me visually see how dispersed I have my colors. All right, everyone, talk to you soon. I am going to come back and do another one on how I do my gauge swatch, because I don't do it normally, because when I do it how I'm supposed to, it always lies to me and it does not work out well for me. So I'll show you what I do. I'm not saying it's perfect, it's just how I do it. All right, everybody, have a good one.